pulled up at Tully Gorge to do a little bush cook-up. Spent the last few days camping with friends and I've run out of curry. Not a bad little spot to pull up for a swim and whip up a feast. Check it out, it's called Alligator's Nest. Thankfully, no alligators. Got a couple of mates interested in a little curry that I knock up. I'm soaking this Italian beans mix, green lentils, so there's probably 13 different fibre sources, 13 different protein sources in there. They'll go in the pot first. They take about 45 minutes to cook through. After the legumes have been simmering away for about 15 minutes, I chuck all my root vegetables onto steam. I've got sweet potato, normal potato and carrots today, but I usually go a couple of different types of sweet potato, a couple of different types of potato. Yeah, it's all about getting as many different fibre sources in there as possible. Just added me curry powder into some olive oil. I don't like to use the store-bought pastes because they've got a high level of polyunsaturated fats. Polyunsaturated fats are shit like margarine. You want a high level of monounsaturated fats, so this is like 70% monos. It's actually protective for your brain health, whereas your canola oils and the cheap shit that they use and the store-bought curry paste are all high levels of polyunsaturated, which is one of the causes of bloody brain degeneration and, you know, cognitive decline, dementia, Parkies, Alzheimer's, that kind of thing. So stick to your olive oil, keep it at a low temp, really low. I like to have it, yeah, low, medium low, that way it doesn't reach a smoke point and become a trans fat, which is even more damaging to you. So just let it simmer on low. I usually chuck in some mustard seeds and a bit of asafoetida. I've used Keen's in the past, but I've actually got onto a different type. It's a Hoyt's mild curry paste. It's got fenugreek and cumin and everything in it. I really enjoy it. Once these spices are cooked through for 5 minutes or so, simmering away on medium low, chuck in the capsicum, mushies, onion, garlic, ginger. Stir that through. Let them cook through for probably 10 minutes on a low heat. Toss some more, get them all coated. Chuck in some salt just to add enough for the right balance. Start to chuck in the greens now. I've got the broccoli stem here. It's got different nutrients to the actual broccoli itself. Heaps of fibre. Want to keep the fibre content pretty high. I usually chuck in green beans and I'll put some peas in a minute just to up the diversity, the amount of plants that we've got going on in here. Just chuck in a bit of water, some diced broccoli in there. Stop it from sticking and burning. It was getting pretty thick. It was all cooking down. Just add enough water just to keep the consistency up so you can stir it through. Some people use stock, but generally it's got MSG in it. That's shit. So stay away from stock. You get enough flavour from the spices if you get your balance right. No need for that shit. I like to chuck a bit of tofu in as well, just for texture. Makes the meal go a bit further. Not really about protein though. I've got 11 different sources of high fibre protein in here at the moment. And then a heap of other veggies and greens. So in total, there's 27 different fibre sources to keep that diversity high, keep that gut diversity singing along nicely. Because I did a little shop at Cardwell's IGA today, they didn't have much variety there, unfortunately, but other ones I usually add to the list are a couple of different types of chilies, a couple of different types of capsicum, green beans, a couple of different types of mushies. Usually I aim for about 35 different whole food fibre sources. The reason I chuck so many bloody veggies in here is because the most recent discoveries, the most recent data on good gut health, good diverse microbiome comes from a good diverse diet, and they recommend about a minimum, this is a minimum of 32 different whole food plant-based fibre sources a week. It's the most deficient nutrient in the Westerners' diet, and it attributes to some pretty serious metabolic diseases if you don't have a high enough fibre content in your diet. Yeah, everything from heart disease, different cancers, brain degenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkies. Just chucked a heap of coconut cream in there. A little stir through, about 5 minutes before the end. And she's ready to combine all of the root veggies, the lentils, and this wicked little curry, all ready to go together and serve up. Serve it on a little bit of rice. I serve it on a small bed of greens. Again, just to keep the fibre content up a little, get your greens in here for the day. Bloody delicious. For me, I chuck the peas in cold because I cook up such a huge batch here. This usually lasts me for well over a week. I actually put the peas in the base of these glass dishes frozen and keep these glass dishes in the fridge. That way when I pack it all in there, it cools it down fast enough, quicker at least, for it to go straight in the fridge and not drain my bloody battery trying to bring it all down to temperature, because there's 5.6 litres of tucker there. I usually do a bigger batch, so the poor little fridge struggles to come down to temperature, so I don't usually cook the peas, they go on frozen first. But that's it, serve on rice, let's go.